Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching The Seven Deadly Sins, Season 2, Episode 10. Sorry this is late. Normally this would be released on Sunday, but it's been a busy month, so I've been trying to catch up with everything that I am not able to get done throughout the week on Saturdays. And sometimes I'm not able to get to everything. And then the last couple of Sundays, I've had to drive all over the place and buy things for the house and stuff like that. But, yeah. Better late than never, right? So last week, they focused mostly on Meliodas and him passing his trial to see if he can get his old power back. He basically was reliving his time with Liz, his old girlfriend, up until the point where she dies and he loses control and destroys, I think the name of the kingdom was Danafor. I don't know how many times he went through it, but basically he was supposed to eliminate all emotion and he wasn't supposed to feel anything anymore. Was not working out that way. Every time he saw it, it just seemed to get worse and worse. He ended up they snapped him out of it, and told him, what his trial was. And, well, he basically figured it out while he was in there, but they explained what he was supposed to do. Lose his emotion and not get angry when he sees her die. At that point, they'll be able to trust him enough to give him his power so that he won't lose control if anything like that happens again. And they were basically going to end it there, his trial, but he told them to put him back in, and that he would get it. He would do it. He goes back in, and he is not able to eliminate his emotions. However, he does learn, I guess, to control them enough to where he does not lose control and snaps out of his trial. Because once he opens his eyes and is able to come out of his trial alone without them waking him up is when he's passed. And that's what happens. He opens his eyes, and I don't know the name of the druid that's with him, but she says, "You've given up your emotions," and he's all, "No, I still got them." But I'm awake, so I guess that means I passed. So can I have my power back? I kind of need it. We got some powerful people we got to fight. Elizabeth, going through her own trial, seems pretty easy, but not. Basically, she was handed a plant and is told to bring it back. Because I guess it's like a dead seed or something. But to bring it back to life so that it can grow. But she's too busy focused on Meliodas to focus on her own trial. So she's getting yelled at. And then after that, they go to Ban and Jericho, who are traveling from town to town, following a rumor that somebody had brought someone back from the dead. They end up going, I cannot remember the name of the town, but Ban looked like he knew what town it was. They head over there, they're in like a bar area, and Ban is asking, I think, the bartender or the owner if he's heard of this, anybody who has brought someone back from the dead recently in the town. And the guy's like, no, that's just probably some stupid rumor that someone is spreading around. And they go to an inn, get a room, and Jericho hears somebody getting like attacked out in an alley, and she wants to jump in to help, but Ben is like, look, just leave it alone. Stuff like this happens all the time in this city. It's the city where he grew up, so it's basically his hometown. And then he hears one of the attackers tell the guy that they know that he's the one who's been bringing people back from the dead. And that's when Ben jumps down and helps the guy out, knocks out the attackers, and takes him up to their room. And turns out it's I think they're called werefoxes? He's a fox, but like werewolf type rules, I guess. And then they start going into Ban's backstory. They show young Ban stealing food and getting beat up by stand owners because, he's stealing. And he gets picked up by the police and thrown in a cell with this other guy who gives him some food that he had, I guess, snuck in. And then tells him, I'm about to get out of here. Do you want to come along? And I think that's about where it ended. So we're going to get Ban's backstory. That's what I'm getting from this episode. Which I'm super excited about. Not just because it's Ban's backstory, but also because this means we're getting closer and closer to... oh, God. The last sin to show up. What is his name? Why am I so bad with names? And I don't just mean pronouncing them, I mean remembering them. Yeah, it'll come to me, I think. And if not, then... oh well. So anyway, let's get into this episode. Video is going to be located over here. And the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.